Imagine floating near the ceiling, looking down at your own body. It feels utterly real, yet your consciousness has left its physical home. This is the out-of-body experience, and neuroscience is finally unraveling its secrets. An out-of-body experience, or OB, is a state where a person feels their center of awareness is located outside their physical body, often perceiving the environment from a distant vantage point. While famously linked to near-death experiences, OBEs can occur spontaneously during sleep, meditation, or sensory deprivation. They feel completely real, not like a dream or hallucination, but a genuine relocation of consciousness. Surprisingly, studies show that 5 to 10% of the general population has had at least one OBE in their lifetime. This prevalence is consistent across cultures, pointing to a universal neurobiological basis rather than a cultural construct. For decades, OBEs were dismissed as fantasy, but modern neuroscience now sees them as a profound window into how the brain constructs the sense of self. At the heart of every OBE lies a fundamental question: how does the brain know where the self is located? Normally, we experience the self as localized inside our heads, behind our eyes. This sense of self-location is so automatic that we rarely notice it until it breaks. The key brain region responsible is the temporoparietal junction, or TPJ. This area integrates information from vision, touch, balance, and body position to create a coherent sense of where the body is in space. When this integration fails, the brain may misinterpret sensory signals, leading to the sensation of being outside one's own body. Think of it like a GPS for the self. When the signals get scrambled, your internal map places you somewhere else entirely. Pioneering work by neuroscientist Olaf Blank and his team has pinpointed the temporoparietal junction as a neural epicenter for OBEs. In a landmark study, they electrically stimulated the TPJ in a patient undergoing epilepsy surgery. The patient immediately reported floating above her own body and seeing herself from below. When the stimulation stopped, the experience vanished. When it was reapplied, the OBE returned. This was the first direct proof that a single brain region could generate the core features of an OBE. Neuroimaging studies have since confirmed that the TPJ is crucial for integrating sensory information. When this integration goes awry, the brain can no longer maintain a stable sense of where the self belongs, and consciousness seems to drift away. Another critical player in out-of-body experiences is the vestibular system, located in the inner ear. This system detects gravity and head movement, providing a continuous, unconscious signal about the body's orientation in space. Many OB reports involve sensations of floating, spinning, or flying, hallmarks of vestibular disruption. Patients with vestibular disorders experience OBEs at significantly higher rates than the general population. When the vestibular signal is distorted or decoupled from visual and tactile input, the brain may conclude that the self has detached from the physical body. It's as if the anchor line has been cut, leaving consciousness adrift. This reveals just how dependent our sense of being grounded is on a delicate balance of sensory inputs. One of the most exciting developments in OBE research is the ability to induce out-of-body-like experiences in healthy participants using virtual reality and sensory manipulation. In a seminal experiment, researchers used head-mounted displays to show participants a camera feed of their own body from behind. When the experimenter stroked the participant's back, while they saw a virtual body being stroked, participants reported feeling that their self had shifted to the virtual body, located a few meters away. This is a direct laboratory analog of an OBE. Scientists have also induced similar states by applying mild electrical currents to the vestibular cortex or using warm or cold water in the ear canal. These experiments transform OBEs from mysterious anecdotes into a controllable, testable phenomenon. These laboratory illusions are not mere curiosities. They demonstrate that the sense of self is not a fixed property of the physical body, but a dynamic construction, continuously updated by sensory integration. The brain does not know where the self is. It infers it from the most coherent pattern of sensory evidence available at any moment. This has profound implications. Our identity, our very sense of being located in a specific body, is a fragile illusion maintained by neural processes. When those processes are disrupted, the self can seem to float free. Understanding OBEs helps us see that consciousness is not a single, unified thing, but an emergent property of many coordinated brain systems working together. The out-of-body experience reveals that the self is not a fixed point, but a story your brain tells. If this journey into the science of identity fascinated you, share it with someone curious about the mind.